If you're moving to Lubbock and you ask 10 different people which neighborhood to live in, you're going to get 10 different answers, probably like 11 or 12 actually. Most of them are going to be wrong for you specifically. So today I want to break down these areas everybody talks about. So we've got in the north side of town, Tech Terrace and Rushland Park, South Lubbock specifically, and then Wolfforth. Who these neighborhoods are for and what they cost and which one I'd pick depending on your situation. I'm Justin, Lubbock Home Guy. I've sold many homes in all of these areas. I'm not going to tell you which one is the best, but I'm going to tell you who each one is built for, and you can figure out just for yourself where you land from there. So let's start with Tech Terrace. This is the historic neighborhood right by Texas Tech. Tree-lined streets, older homes, a lot of them from the 1930s through the 50s, fully updated kitchens inside a house that still feels like it belongs in a postcard. Who are these homes for? Young professionals, Texas Tech faculty, students, people who want walkability and don't mind paying more per square foot for character and location. You're close to campus, very close. Close to the restaurants on Broadway, you're really close to everything. So here's the catch though, these houses, they are old. That means foundation issues pop up a lot more, sewer line issues, and you're not getting a 3-car garage and a pool. You're trading square footage and modern construction for charm and location, really. If you want a brand new and big home, this isn't your neighborhood. So staying in North Lubbock, I want to point out another beautiful neighborhood, one of my favorites, with older historical homes, but they are much bigger than Tech Terrace. And if you find one that's remodeled, you may expect to pay between $500,000 and $1 million or even more. That neighborhood is Rushland Park, but us locals, we just call it Rush. It has a variety of homes that are often easily over 3,000 square feet. Most of them are single-story, large ranch-style, mid-century homes. The trees in this neighborhood, I think, are what make it absolutely beautiful. They're everywhere and can even for a minute make you feel like you're not really in Lubbock. I promise it happens. This neighborhood is mainly between 4th and 19th Street and between the Quaker and Slide corridor. The people I find living in Rush often are doctors, surgeons, people that work at the hospitals, Texas Tech faculty, and families that can afford larger homes, and they love that mid-century modern style with all the trees. If you're looking for an older home on the north side of town, keep in mind that one of the first questions I usually ask the seller's agent is, have the cast iron sewer lines been replaced yet? Any home before 1980 typically has cast iron pipes, and these are failing at an incredibly high rate right now. And the repair jobs can be between $5,000 to $25,000 plus. So let's get to South Lubbock. This is the growth engine of the whole city right now. New builds, bigger lots, modern floor plans. This is where families who want space in brand new everything are landing. School zoning here is strong with Cooper mainly. Shopping is close and there's still room to grow, which matters if you're buying for the next 10 years and not just right now. So here's something that nobody tells you about South Lubbock. Because it is growing so fast, you're gonna deal with more construction traffic and HOA fees that Tech Terrace just doesn't have. New neighborhoods almost always come with an HOA, and that's not a deal breaker always, but it's a real line item that people forget to ask about. And just a note, our HOAs are not like California HOAs. So there are such a variety of neighborhoods out here. So we've got Vintage Township, for example. It looks like no other neighborhood in Lubbock, with beautiful homes straight out of a postcard. And I've often labeled this neighborhood as the best front porches in town. The only thing about this neighborhood I see people not liking is the tiny streets. And yeah, they did it on purpose. The tiny streets and how close you are to your neighbor feels like home improvement, often looking over the fence, you know, Tim the Tool Man Taylor. Anyways, you get it. However, in South Lubbock, you will find more half-acre and 1-acre lots than almost anywhere else. Davis Park, Sundance Estates, Highland Oaks, just to name a few. If you want room to spread out, I can point you to the perfect neighborhood, I promise. Last one, let's talk about Wolfforth, Frenship School District's over here. So this is technically its own town just outside Lubbock proper, and it's exploded over the last few years and starting to blend in with West and Southwest Lubbock, frankly. Frenship ISD is the draw here. Families move to Wolfforth almost specifically for the school district. You also get more land for your money. Most most of the time. Bigger lots, a little more breathing room, and a slower pace than in city living. Some great neighborhoods out here of note, Preston Manor. I've done a whole video on this one and I'll link it down below. I think it's the most family-friendly neighborhood in Lubbock. I see people out like crazy. So we've got the Overlook, Harvest, and then if you're looking for a bigger lot, Llano Estates and Verado Estates are fantastic options. So the trade-off really is commute. If your job is downtown or near tech, you're adding real drive time every single day, but it's Lubbock, let's be honest. 15 to 20 minutes gets you most places, and the Marsh to Sharp freeway cuts these times down significantly, runs right through there. And because it's growing so fast, infrastructure is playing catch up. Roads and amenities are still being built out, but they're going fast, guys. So they're matching the population, and it's just what happens whenever you have exploding area in town. You've got to keep the roads up. Okay, so here's how I'd think about it if it were me. Single or no kids, and you want to walk to coffee and feel like you live somewhere with personality, Tech Terrace. It's just an awesome area. A family that wants new construction, more space, and you're fine being a few minutes from everything instead of in the middle of it, South Lubbock. And if you like Cooper School District, you're right where you need to be. You care more about school district and land than you do about commute time. Well, Wolfforth is going to be your spot. There's really no wrong answer here. There's just a wrong answer for your life. That's the part most people get backwards. They ask which neighborhood is best instead of asking which one actually fits how you live. And that's what I do. I ask you a lot of personal questions, but I want to get to know you and be able to point you where you need to go, at least where I think you'd be happiest. If you're relocating to Lubbock and you want me to walk you through this in person, reach out. I'll show you all three of these areas in one day if that's what it takes to help you decide. Have a great week.